With various projects exploring the possibility of future space colonies, it's not far-fetched to imagine a day when humans conquer the universe and colonize other planets. But let's make one thing clear right from the start. In this video, we won't be discussing plans for conquering, but rather what might happen to our species once we settle into our off-world homes. And that, my friends, brings us to an interesting topic: reproduction in space. So, picture this. Babies born in the vast expanse of space, with distant planets as their playgrounds. But what's so different about being born in space anyway? Is it even possible? And if so, would these extraterrestrial-born Earthlings really look like us? Before we dive into the birth part, let me tell you something. Nobody has ever had sexual intercourse on a space station, let alone made a baby. We are not sure we can make babies in space. Fluids work differently in microgravity. You may not have the blood flow to get you or your partner aroused. Sweat would build up around your body, making it wet and sticky all over. And that's if you could figure out how not to push your partner away upon contact. An invention called the two-suit has been developed to facilitate intimate moments in weightless environments like space or low-gravity planets. However, even with this innovation, ensuring successful conception would still be uncertain. Conceiving a baby in zero gravity would likely prove to be a significant challenge. Apart from the awkwardness, gravity plays a crucial role in facilitating the movement of human sperm cells towards the egg, increasing the chances of fertilization. Assuming fertilization does occur, the embryo's development into a baby would face additional hurdles due to the lack of proper fluid flow from the mother's body to the embryo. And that's not all. The mother would also face significant health risks during the birth process due to the loss of bone density caused by extended periods in a gravity-free environment. Studies have shown that the astronauts lose approximately 1% to 2% of their bone density per month in space. This loss of bone density poses a particular risk during childbirth, as the pelvis could potentially fracture. Doctors recommend that women with brittle bones avoid natural birth altogether, suggesting that methods like cesarean sections would be more likely for birth in space. It is a known fact that the way we give birth has a significant influence on our anatomy. For instance, the size of our heads is restricted by the size of our mother's birth canal. With more C-sections in space, our descendants' heads could be larger due to the lack of restriction. Talk about big-headed babies. And there's another thing. Normally on Earth, all the fluids in our bodies are pulled downwards due to gravity. In space, that's not the case. As a result, space babies might develop bloated bodies and puffy faces. Cosmetically, it's kind of a bummer, but it even gets worse. Studies have shown that astronauts can experience fluid expansion around the optic nerve, eyeballs flattened in the back by fluid pressure, and even bulging optic nerves. Imagine space babies with bulging eyes. Now that's what I call an alien emoji. More fluid pressure in your head also causes an errant message that your body must have too much fluid. So the bodies of zero-G travelers respond by producing less blood. Astronauts can lose up to 22% of their total blood volume while in space, leading to weaker, atrophied hearts. Their blood pressure would also increase in the upper body due to zero gravity, causing their eyes to bulge and their brains to lose efficiency. Paler skin and weakness could also occur due to the loss in blood content as the heart atrophies while not having to work against gravity. Moreover, without usual and necessary stress, bones in space atrophy at a rate of about 1% per month. Given enough time, total bone mass lost can be as high as 40 to 60%. Astronauts have experienced expansion in their spinal cords, which causes an increase in their height. If the astronauts do not follow a strict exercising regime, they will lose muscle and bone mass. This is especially problematic for children, who are at a higher risk of suffering from rickets and having irregularly shaped skeletons. But wait, let's not forget about radiation. Space babies could possibly have a new type of skin pigment. Radiation from the sun, without the protective shield of the Earth's ozone layers, will have disastrous impacts on humans' health, especially skin health. This will lead to a potential change of skin color as evolution tries to counteract the harmful cosmic rays. And there's more. Without the protective shield of Earth's ozone layer, prolonged exposure to solar radiation could have disastrous consequences. Mice exposed to radiation levels expected during stays at the ISS have shown an increased probability of suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Astronauts on the ISS have experienced a degradation of their immune system and fewer white blood cells. It's a big challenge we haven't yet figured out how to overcome. But it's not just the physical changes that space babies would face. Psychologically, the isolation and distance from humanity could take a toll. Think about it. Feeling isolated in space, knowing you're far away from the rest of humanity. That's bound to affect their mood, cognition, and interpersonal interactions. So there you have it, your futuristic space babies, resembling something out of a sci-fi movie. Bigger heads, bulging eyes, deformed bones, and even different skin colors. They would be quite enough for us Earthlings to consider them almost a new species. With the current pace of technology, migrating to space is no longer just a dream, it's within our reach. But as we prepare for this cosmic adventure, let's also be aware of the challenges that await us. It's time to mentally prepare for a future family that is truly out of this world. What are your thoughts? Do you think humanity will soon have a baby born in space? Let me know in the comments below. And make sure you come back every week for a brand new video exploring the wonders and challenges of space exploration. Until next time.